Good evening, good evening. Welcome. I am just inviting our guest tonight to join me. See if this goes through. Okay, there it goes. Okay.
It
Yeah.
worked.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Of course, my child decides to get out of bed after we did all the things. Give me like 10 seconds.
Don't worry about it. I can go somewhere. You want me to go somewhere?
Okay. If you hear crying in the background, sorry, y'all, but I got kids. Okay, so anywho, I am so excited to welcome our guest tonight, Spencer Hawthorne, who is an author. He's going to be sharing with us some things that he has created to help improve families' lives for the better. So I'm so excited to share what he's done, and hopefully it will encourage you to create something that maybe you have. So I'm super excited. Hey, April! Hello, hello. And hello, Fitness First. Hi, so excited to have you guys. Um, all right, so I'm going to read your bio and then we're going to get started. So, Spencer Hawthorne is an author, accountant, and consultant. His first book, I Found a Dollar, is a book that teaches money management to kids in a fun and relaxed way. Teaching financial literacy is important to Spencer, and he is changing the story of families all over the country by entertaining and educating them through his book series, Jayden's Quest. All right, that's it. So let's get started. Hello, D. James 91. Hello, hello. All right, so tell us where you from. Can you hear me? Oh, Lord. Is he frozen? Let me know if you guys can hear me and if Spencer is or is not frozen for you. Because right now he's stuck smiling for me. What are y'all seeing? Let me know. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. All right. So we'll just give it a second. Hopefully he comes back. Okay, there it goes.
I don't know what happened.
That's all right. You're back. Okay. Yay. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, So I already did your introduction. So the next question is tell everybody where you're from.
Okay. I am from Tampa, Florida,
Woo-hoo.
Hillsborough
And the
County.
reason why I'm going to be asking this question for every person is because when I think of like people on TV or like when people get big and they start sharing about like what they do, people ask where are they from. And I think it's important for you to know it doesn't matter where you're from. If you're from a small little town or if you're from a big town, if you're from the city, the inner city, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you have something that you feel like you can create and share with the world, do it. And don't allow where you're from to stop you. So that's why.
For sure. For
Okay,
sure.
so tell us, how long have you been in business, or how long have you been an author?
So let's say it this way. My book has been out for it'll be a year in August. But um I had initially began writing the book
3.
like 3 years ago. So it's been a yeah, it was a journey, like trying to get it the way that I wanted it. I edited it so many times. I went through an illustrator that I didn't like the product, so I had to start over from
And it
scratch.
was
So yeah, it was
this
3 years in the
particular book,
making.
no other projects? Wow.
No other projects. This particular book.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had to
but
see it
that's
through.
good though. I'm glad you said that, because people think it's supposed to happen overnight. Like, I want to do this, I'm gonna make it, and that's just gonna be
Yeah,
it. And it's okay if that's not what happens for you. So I love that you stuck with it. Okay,
yeah,
next
for sure.
question. In your personal opinion, how do you feel like you're changing the lives of your audience or clients?
So I think that's like a three-pronged answer. One, yeah, I'm encouraging reading. I think, especially from our demographic. When I say our, I'm talking about Black African Americans reading. Hopefully, it encourages reading when they see a character that looks like them. Um, I'm hoping that's what happened, and that's what I see happen. Even when parents see the character, they're like, "Hey, I want to get this for my kid," and the kids are excited as well. And so that's one thing to encourage reading. I think it's going to change in that aspect. Two, I want to also encourage families reading, as far like, so not just the kids reading so much, but the parents or the adults and the kids reading together, having that family time, and this character being someone that they can focus on, and be encouraged about, and just have that character or that brand knowledge to want to know more about and what type of adventures he's on. And then number three, financial literacy. That's what this book is about. I found a dollar. So what we want to do is try to combat all of the false narratives that have been put out, as far as like, you know, sometimes faking it till you make it. That's not the right way to go. That'll leave you broke. Also thinking that you need certain things right now, when delayed gratification actually works out in the long run. Um, Also, just understanding the value of the dollar. Like, it's funny because I've seen uh, my child, also others with children, we go to the store, I want this right now, I want this right now. And so just understanding, or the families understanding, the kids understanding, like, hey, that value, that dollar that your parents are using to purchase whatever it is valuable, and this is how you should go about treating it. And hopefully, what'll happen is when the kids get older, they'll understand that, and put more value on the dollar so that they can make better
I
financial
love it.
decisions.
3 parts. That's good. So good.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
if you have one, tell us, what is your ultimate goal with Jayden's Quest book series?
My ultimate goal is, uh, well, see, for the book series, I just wanted to be in every household. That's what I imagine, and I mean every household. Although the book is for African Americans, Black people, it's I essentially think it's for everybody. Everybody can gain knowledge from this. I see it no different than a Cat in a Hat, or no different from like Charlie Brown books and movies and stuff like that. No matter who the target audience is and things like that, I feel like um, every child and family can benefit from it. So I think that that's my goal, is for this book to be in every household, and for everyone to know that, hey, if I Google what can I read to my kids to teach
I
them
love
about
it.
money? This
So
pops
quick
up.
commercial break. Go ahead and plug the book and where they can find it real quick, and we'll get back into the questions.
That's what I'm here for, right? So the book is I Found a Dollar. It's a part of Jayden's Quest book series. You can find the book on jadensquest.com. And I'm doing that because I want to make sure that you guys have a one-stop shop. This is the one place you can come get it. You're going to get my personality through my brand, the way that I write the books. So you know that's the exclusive, and I will make sure that I keep you up to date on new books that's coming out. That's where you can write me and tell me products that you think that we should have, and I can include those on the website. So yeah, jadensquest.com, and right now I Found a Dollar is out.
Yes, love it. Excited to read this book. Awesome. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, sorry, one more thing. You can also find the book at the Conway, at the Barnes and Nobles in the Conway Plaza. So that's actually where this one is. If you notice, it says Author's Edition or signed edition, and so you can also get it there physically if you know on your way to Barnes and Nobles, the Conway Plaza off of Colonial. Um, you can go in that Barnes and Nobles, and the book will be there in the children's section. So that's another place
Yes,
you can get
I'm
it.
so excited. That's so awesome. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love it. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, next question. Did your upbringing influence the type of business or product that you have? Or did you just see a need and decided to fill it?
Um, so I saw a need. I think it was more so my need, but everything has to do with that. You know, I wouldn't be who I am without my upbringing. So even the way that I see things and my perspective and things like that comes from my upbringing. But I saw a need. I saw people hurting. I still see today people hurting, or people wondering like, how do I get out of my current situation? And so my heart goes out to those people. And, you know, I was in that position before. And so I'm like, you know what? Let's try to teach from a younger age, um, you know, how to deal with money. And not just that, but sometimes it's for the parents. Like, I kid you not, you know, the parents can actually learn from this book as well, you know, as far as uh, what are ways to grow your money, and just thinking about, you know, the way they think about things, as far as maybe I don't need to spend all this money right now on baby's clothes, although, you know, it makes baby cute and everything. But if I don't have the money to do that without feeling it in the back end, then maybe I need to do something a little smarter with this money, because baby's gonna grow up, baby's gonna grow out of the clothes, and you know what was that investment for at the end? So yeah, I mean, I saw a need and I wanted to address that need, and so that's
I
what this is
love
all
it.
about.
Okay, we got a comment. So, Fitness First said, I just want to say what a great concept this is for our kids. This helps have conversations I may not know how to articulate yet with my son. The need was so powerful for parents. Great find. Yes.
Yeah, man, appreciate it. That's what it's for.
And thank you for that comment. Thank you for sharing that. Uh,
Yeah, appreciate it, Fitness
all
First. Thank you.
right. So, next question. Take us from you having this idea to actually starting and bringing this to life. Like, what did you do? What were the first couple steps you took?
So first and foremost, like the 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 idea, I feel like, came from God. I feel like it dropped. You know, I couldn't sleep. Really, is what happened. I just couldn't sleep, and the idea popped in my head. And I don't want to say like idea, like I said before. Like, I feel like God put in my spirit, and usually that's what happens when I can't sleep. And so I started I got up because I couldn't sleep, just started writing little things here, there, and then it took, I want to say, about a week for me to actually have like enough pages at that point, right? This is my first draft, as far as I think I have 18 pages. So my first draft, it took about a week. And what I did was I researched how to create a book. I researched if I wanted to go through, a, what do they call them, a publisher. I researched, the pros and the cons to being a self-published author or going through a publishing agency. I also researched quality. I feel like any product you're going to put out, your name's behind it. You want to make sure that you have some quality associated with it. And so a lot of research went into it. And then I also got like peer evaluations. You know what I mean? After I wrote it, I was like, hey, what you think? There were some highs, there were some lows. Some people was like, I don't know, you got to work on it. uh, Once I got to the point where I was confident in the book and I had done all my research, I just decided like, hey, how am I going to fund this? Like, you got to count the cost. So counted the cost. It took me some time because it was not cheap. It was not cheap, but I just kept taking a step. Anytime there was a roadblock, I waited, prayed about it, went to the next step, and then eventually got to the finished product, like I said, after like 3 years. So those are my steps. A lot of research, counting the costs, planning out, how I was going to come out with it. Also planning out my marketing strategy, looking up schools, looking at book events, making sure I had the money put aside to travel and things like that.
Oh
So
my,
yeah,
that is so good. If I have time, I'm not going to promise y'all, but if I have time, I will go back through the tips that he just gave and bullet point those because that was so good. Like if you have no idea where to start, what he just said is really helpful. So that was good. Thank you for sharing that.
yeah, no
Okay,
doubt.
so now that you gave us some practical tips on what people can do, can you give us some encouragement for the person who's like, I've been sitting on a book for 5 years, or I've been sitting on a book for 2 weeks, but they're stuck and they don't know what to do. So can you give them some encouragement to let them know they can do it?
Yeah. First of all, I think that anything that you say you're going to do, you could do it. That idea didn't come to you from anywhere. So I believe that what you have to do is believe in yourself. And the thing is, think about your purpose. So if your purpose is, I want to put out a book for whatever reason it may be, even if that book only reaches one person, you are successful at that time, at that point. And so, like, I think sometimes fear stops us a lot. And so, just understanding, like, hey, you're going to face adversity sometimes through the process, whether it be, you have a writer's block, you having, you're low on funds, you don't have the startup costs, or even, like I said, sometimes you get peer evaluation and they're like, hey, man, that's not it. You got to take it in stride. And so I would just encourage you that the idea that you have, continue to nourish it, continue to put that time into it, continue to put um, that faith into it, into that finished product, and continue to see it. I guess that's the biggest thing. As long as you continue to see it, you're going to be able to get it done. It may not be on the time you want. If you're expecting it to be done in 2 weeks or so, it may not be that. It may be 3 years like mine. Sometimes it might be 3 months from now, or whatever it may be. But I would just say continue to see your vision and just continue to take a
Wow,
step every day
love it. That's
towards it.
so good. All right, y'all. Well, that's it. We're just going to do some rapid fire questions so you all can get to know him a little bit more. And then we are done. All right, here we go. First question. What is one book that has helped
Let's
you
go.
in business?
So Man, I would say The Tipping
Okay.
Point by Malcolm Gladwell. Um, that is a very good read for anyone, and it still encourages me today um, because this isn't like my only business right now. I'm trying to
Okay.
get some other things off the ground as well, and um, the tipping point, like the biggest takeaway that I got from it is like it only takes one opportunity, but you have to be ready for it. So as long as you set yourself up for that, you'll be ready for it. So yeah, I actually want to give you this feedback though, or this insight. So I was in Vegas 2 weeks ago, and, and I was literally about 10 feet away from Chance the Rapper in the airport. And I take a book with me everywhere I go. But this time I had given away my book before I went to the airport because I always give away like one where I go somewhere, like, here, you can have it, try to get the brand out. And when I saw him, I was like, oh, I got to give him a book. No book. No book in my backpack. And I was just like, man, I can't let an opportunity like that pass me by. And so Malcolm Gladwell, The Tipping Point, if you read that, you'll notice like that's kind of what, when he talks about the tipping point, like you do all this work to get up here and then it hits that tipping point when you meet someone or like a celebrity or something like that and they speak on your product and then you just take off, you know. And so I think with any business that you have, that book by Malcolm Gladwell will help you kind of have some patience and preparation for, you know, whatever dream or idea you have for your business. So yeah,
That
definitely
was
recommend it.
so good. Again, I don't know if I have time for this, so I'm just going to say it to put this in your mind. He just gave you another tip for marketing your book. He said everywhere he goes, he always has a copy on him because he gives it away in the hope that it's going to help give his brand more awareness, let people know about it. So that would be something to consider. So make sure that you have enough copies that you can have just to give away. So that means you will lose money in the beginning, but it's serving a greater purpose. That's so good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
marketing
yeah,
expense.
for sure. That's good. Okay, what song are you playing on repeat right now?
Repeat. Oh man, you know, so I consider myself an old head now. So anything Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, Tupac, like I'm all in that zone. So I don't have like one particular song, but I'm listening to that all the time. Nipsey Hussle, anything
Okay.
inspiring, that's what I'm on.
What is a podcast, if you listen to any, that has helped you in business, marketing, content creation, anything like that?
You know, I like At Early
Okay.
Leisure. That's one of them. I also like um, man, I can't think of the name of it, but it's with Gillian Wallow. I can't think of the name of theirs, but it's pretty good through Barstool Sports. And then there's another guy on Instagram, and I'm gonna shout him out, Ash Cash. He's pretty good as well. He's very, very, very influential in the business sector. Like he writes books all the time. Like he just wrote a book in like 20 days or something like that. So yeah, that's a good one to reach
Okay.
out to, or to look at as well.
All right. So if you're in the kitchen at all, when was the last time you burnt some food?
Last night, literally,
Oh
broccoli too at that. Broccoli burnt it, scorched it. I forgot it was on though. I was trying to, you know, be fancy. Um, ran to the store to grab some of the ingredients that I left out and came back. Broccoli
no.
just burnt. I forgot it was on. So, I mean, it was a little bit the top. You know, the top of the broccoli we could still eat. It was just that bottom part at the
Oh,
pan. We couldn't
goodness.
touch
All right. Three more questions. What is one platform or application that helps you in business or content creation? So an example of this would be like, is it Planoly? I might be getting the wrong name, but like Canva or like some kind of application that you use to help you with your business?
Canva is definitely one of them. Um, I get a lot of ideas from watching YouTube though. Like that's YouTube teach you everything. So I get a lot of ideas from
Okay.
YouTube, but then most of the time it is through Canva. Um, so yeah, that would be it. And then a lot of stuff I'm just learning on my own. I'm just having my own ideas, just trying to
Yeah.
allow my brain to flow. So yeah,
What is one talent you do not have, but you wish you did have?
singing, man, I wish I could sing. I would do it all the time, man. I would sing the book to people, like for real. I would just sing all the time if I had that kind of voice. But yeah, that it missed me on
All
that
right,
one.
and last question. Excuse me. Oh, well, you already answered it. If you have anything else you can share, but if not, then we'll wrap up. Who is one content creator that constantly drops gems or advice that you have actually implemented and it's been helpful for you?
Um, that I've implemented has been helpful to me. Um, I think there are a lot of good content creators, but I kind of I usually don't I usually do my own thing. I have my own ideas. I really do want to make my product um, you know, I want to tailor it to who I am. Like I want you to get me in my product. So the way that I go about advertising, marketing, and things like that, I try not. So um, I I I don't necessarily have anyone that I mimic or follow, but like I said, I do think Ash Cash on Instagram is pretty good. He every day he's putting out something, and so that is something that I aspire to do is like have content every day. And right now I'm not at it, but like I said before, like every day just take a step further. So right now I'm like mapping out things that I could do, what type of content I have, and sometimes I have content, and to be honest with you, I'm afraid to put it out. I'm like, I don't know how that's gonna, I don't know how that's gonna resonate with people. So, um, but I'm still just mapping out my plan, and then when the time comes where I build up that courage, I'm gonna go ahead and talk and take those steps. So, yeah, I'll go with the
Okay,
Ash Cassie right now.
awesome. Thank you so much. Looks like we have a question. Uh, if you're okay with answering a question from Fitness First, um,
Mhm.
their question is, what's the best advice or words of wisdom you still hold with you today? Good question.
Yeah, that is a good question. So I would say is this. Like in my book, I actually put it there, and it's a dedication to my daughter and my nieces. And it's like, if you want to see a change in the world, be the change. And I feel like you could do that at any point in your life. Like you don't have to have a book to do that. You don't have to have money to do that, or people feel like it has to be this grandiose gesture. And it's like, look, man, if you want to make sure that people, open doors for women, be the person that opened the door for women. You know, if you want to see, kids being taught math, like go and teach some kids, like find a way to do it. It doesn't have to be on this really big grandiose scale. So for me, um, that's like my nudge to get up, anytime. Because sometimes I see, things I'm like, man, it shouldn't be like that, or man, I wish I could do this. And it's like, wait, you can't. Like, so just go do it. Be the change. So that's what I
I
keep
love
being
it.
good to me.
That's so good. That was great to end on. Thank you again, Fitness First, for asking that question. That was good. Okay, so I'm going to give him one more
Yeah.
time to plug his book, let you know where you can find it, where you can follow him, share away.
Yeah. So again, jadensquest.com. You have I Found a Dollar there. Also, you can find it at Barnes and Nobles physically at the in the Conway Plaza in Orlando. And people who know me who haven't gotten a book, please go there. show out for me. Go pick it up in stores. One, we want to make sure that we have a lot more books like I Found a Dollar in, circulating through Barnes and Nobles. It'll also promote self-published authors at that point. This can be for everyone. So definitely go there and get it. You can call them and order it, and stuff like that. So that'd be great. And also come to jaydensquest.com. Let me know if you have any ideas that, that can make things better or that you want to see for your kids and stuff like that. And I'll do my best to meet you there. Also, soon, that's the new one. This is the Investment Museum. So yeah, so that's piggybacking off of I Found a Dollar. This will also be ready on jaydensquest.com very soon. And I'll let you know on my Instagram page when that's available. Also, if you subscribe to my website, you also know through there when this becomes available. But yeah, man, we making moves here.
Woo, woo, woo. That's so awesome. You got some hand claps in the comments. Yes. Okay, so we are all done. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you if you're watching this live. Thank you for interacting with us and giving comments. And if you're watching us on the replay, thank you for watching. Make sure you go check out Spencer's account, Jayden's Quest, right? Okay. And
Yes.
if you got anything from what he shared tonight, go back and add some comments to his posts, even share them to your burner account or whatever, but help to get his numbers up so that way he can get his book out to people. And of course, go support by buying, like he said. And if you have something that you feel like God has given you to create, I want to strongly encourage you to start the process, start learning, start researching like Spencer did. Whatever you need to do, if it's a baby step, take it, because you don't know what your impact could be for other families. So, yeah. All right. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll see y'all next time.
Thank you for your support, everybody who tuned in. And thank you for your support.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.